All right, welcome back to the second part of our reproductive system video where we have the male reproductive system. And once again, we have Dr. Evans to walk us through it.
So I'm going to isolate the reproductive system. So this guy is an interesting study because he only has one testicle, right? He's only got the left testicle. We don't know what happened to the right one, but it's not there.
And as you can see, part of the vas deferens is also missing. So it's not just the testicle, it is part of the epididymis and the vas deferens that's missing as well.
So if I add in the urinary system like we did in the female, you can see how that's related. So now in the male, you can also see there are the ureters coming down into the bladder and the urethra. So now the vas deferens are leading into the urethra, and the urethra is going to leave the body through the penis. So in females, the urethra, the urinary system, and the reproductive system is entirely separate. Here they join for a common exit from the body. So given that, we have, there's your bladder, and you can see the ureters coming down into that bladder, right? You see that? But crossing over that, the ureters, are these tubes. These are the vas deferens. Somewhere we ought to have a label. Go on, there we go. So it labels them ductus deferens, which is the vas deferens and ductus deferens are the same thing. Sperm are produced here in the testes.
Unfortunately, we only have left testes
here.
There's only one.
Well. There's only one. So then sperm mature over time in the epididymis. And when it's time for ejaculation, then they will travel up through the ductus deferens. And so in this case, he only has one testicle. He'll produce half as much sperm, but still, he could fertilize an egg. So it comes down here, and then there is what is called the seminal vesicle, sometimes called a seminal gland. 70% of the volume of semen comes from that. Most of the rest comes from this, which is the prostate gland.
Are we able to see bulbourethral on here or not?
I don't think the bulbourethral are labeled or seen. I don't see them, but they would be here, right here at the base of the penis. But they don't really label them. So this is the corpus spongiosum on the ventral side of the penis. That is one of the spaces which fills with blood during erection. And then if you come look at these two guys up here are the corpora cavernosa. So they are on the dorsal side. They also engorge with blood during erection. So if I remove the urinary system, we'll go back to that. We'll get rid of the urinary system and look at it. One thing that they do is that they also remove that portion of the urethra. So somehow it's coded in the system to only be part of urinary system, but when in reality it's part of both systems. All right. Anything else?
It didn't take that long to do the female. Is there anything else on that? I don't think there's anything else on that.
Okay, well, let's do this then. Take a slice through the testes, and it looks like that. Why? Because the seminiferous tubules make up the bulk of this testis, and there are lots of them, and they're very small. That's why it kind of appears as just a solid mass. But the seminiferous tubules are here, leading to that, which is the epididymis.
Yeah.
And then come out here, and we have label, come on, the ductus deferens going up to seminal gland right there, prostate right there, and then the urethra, which doesn't exist now because we took it away. But one thing you can see, the cross-section of the penis, you can see two corpora cavernosa, and you can see one corpus spongiosum. And the blue thing there, in the middle of that corpus spongiosum, I don't know if that's what we're seeing blue, but that is exactly where you would find the urethra coming through. Okay.
That is probably it. So thank you for joining us for our wonderful videos, and hopefully see you again on other videos.